was going a little bit too fast for the corner, but she has a sport bike. On the Harley, I would have been like, ah! I keep on forgetting that sport bikes can lean a lot better than Harleys. There we go. Just stay in the right lane and do 50, 55. We'll be fine. See? There we go. We got 12 miles of this. So what else is new?
All right.
What else is new, sis?
Nothing. They just won, which was good.
Oh, well, it's pretty seasoned, but still.
Yeah, still, it was like 37-13, so.
Yeah, I saw the score. So they still know who they want to start full time? Either,
Well, they keep saying that they're going to start Sanchez, so, even though they have the new guy from wherever he is.
Yeah.
Gino something Smith.
And they also have, don't they have is that
Yep,
Sims
Sims,
guy?
yep.
Is that related
Sims
to
kid.
the Giant Sims, right?
Yeah. He played a couple of plays.
Yeah, it looked like, I saw the stats, he did 5 for 5, so,
Yeah.
you know, but then again, you can't use that as a complete stat because you're playing, you know, second and third string teams against second and third string teams.
Right.
You know, a lot of people, they don't seem to understand that sometimes. It's like, well, look how good he did. Yeah, but look at the defense he was playing against.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, so it's should be an interesting rest of the preseason. So because they really don't, because the second string QB is injured. Sorry, second QB is McElroy. He's injured. Third QB is.
now, McElroy's been around, right? McElroy's the guy that played for the Niners for a while as the number 3 QB.
Oh, has he? Yeah, I know he's been around for a while. So he's not so sharp either. But I'm telling you, Sanchez has to go. So
I don't know.
hope
You know, I like to give people a benefit of the doubt sometimes. I mean,
he takes a lot of chances, bro. When he should be like either downing the ball or just falling on it, he throws for interception. Wonder about Monty Scott, so. But
bunch of Harley people just got on and kind of whizzed past your daughter. It's actually entertaining to watch.
oh, don't make fun of her.
Ah, the poor kid.
It's tough learning, you know, when
Yeah,
none
it
of your
is.
friends ride and.
Yeah, that's the thing I was thinking about during the week. It's like, you know, I grew up, you know, with mini bikes, mopeds, and, you know, my first bike that I bought, you know, besides the one Dad bought, was, you know, something I bought from someone I knew, you know, a friend of a friend type of thing. And I didn't have to, you know, go 20 miles to go pick it up. It was like, oh yeah, you know, just walk over to Joe's house and get his bike. Yeah.
She doesn't quite have that, so.
Yeah, I tried to get a hold of a friend of mine from Foster City. Actually, she's was a part-time sushi chef at Toki's. This girl Jen that rides a Ducati. Tried to get a hold of her.
Oh, really?
But yeah, she never answered any of my texts or emails. So it's like, God, that'd have been cool. You know, could have had Jen follow us down and on her Ducati.
Where does she live? In the city or out by you?
In Foster City.
Oh,
She lives in Foster City. It's
Michele to meet a woman that rides.
yeah.
So, oh well.
She's not doing too bad. I mean, we're doing the speed limit on the freeway. I mean, we're doing. My speedo says 70, so.
Yeah, well, she's never. Yeah, but the thing is, as long as there's nothing in her way, she's okay. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. It's just. Wow, she's even got the balls to pass someone. Holy smokes.
too slow. Are you behind her, or you're behind her, aren't you?
I'm behind her.
She's got to slow down. She can't be speeding away.
Yeah, well, that guy was only doing like 50 in the right lane, so.
Oh, makes sense.
You know, she did get around what would be basically a, you know, traffic hazard.
Right. One thing to handle the bike on, short spurts, but...
Yeah. Well, I figured this, because 101 is a lot more congested than 280.
Mm-hmm.
Even though 280, typically people tend to go a little bit faster.
Oh, really?
But I think the congestion thing is better than the speed thing. So this way she could just, right now she's just puttering in the right lane at, whatever speed she wants to do, so. And this way, by the time we get off and do traffic lights and whatnot, I think she'll be a little bit more used to the bike. Although she keeps on flashing the right signal and left signal back and forth. I guess she doesn't know it. You probably press it once to turn it on, press it once to turn it off, like my Harley.
Oh, yeah.
She's got to not get fixated on figuring that out.
Yeah, and pay attention to the road.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Great. Did you get your helmet cam all charged?
It's actually, currently it's filling the duty as a dash cam.
Oh, really?
Hey, she got her directionals off. All right.
Or maybe they just shut off by themselves after a while?
I don't know. I think she finally figured it out.
Oh. Did she ride that bike before she bought it?
No.
Really?
There was really, where this cycle shop is in Santa Clara, there really was, because she wanted to go around the neighborhoods. I'm like, I'm not from this area, so because we kind of passed the shop last week and had to go through a neighborhood to kind of figure out how to turn around. And, it makes Foster City's labyrinth look easy.
Oh, really?
So I was like, it's like, if you want to do that, but it's like, I'm not familiar with this neighborhood back here. It's, we could end up at some kind of funky dead end that's a pain in the neck to turn around it or something. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
So, but that's why the plan was to go to Foster City, and I switched from my car to my bike. Although I got a feeling that the plan I thought of last week probably would have been better.
Why? What's that?
Well, I was going to suggest that she take a zip car out here.
Uh-huh.
And that until she feels real comfortable on the bike, she could leave the bike in my garage. And just come down a couple weekends and, get used to riding around Foster City where there's, not a lot of traffic and cars and...
Yeah, that might have made more sense.
I don't know, I half have a suspicion I'll be dropping her off at the train station later.
Oh.
This way she doesn't have to worry about riding it in San Francisco until she's comfortable.
Probably needs a couple more days on it.
And then I have someone to buy. And then I'll have someone to buy me my steak the next couple Saturdays.
Yeah, I guess so. How far are you from the train station?
Well, Caltrain, I'm only about, a quick shot down Hillsdale.
Oh, okay.
Because Hillsdale, you just go the other way up towards where the Hillsdale Shopping Center is.
Uh-huh.
And the train station is right there.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to take BART is, for me, it's just shy of going to the airport. It's about 8 or 9 miles.
Oh.
Which on a Sunday afternoon could be hell.
Well, No, she seemed fine with the Caltrain this morning. So.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So good. I hope you give her your 2 cents about coming out for a couple more weekends and riding it out like you.
I'll suggest it, see what she says.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought for sure she was inklings away from basically kind of saying, can we leave the bike here?
Aw.
I mean, she looked really, I think she was almost in tears. She was so nervous.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, sure she's a little better now. So.
Like I said, this is a nice, relaxing putt down 280. Nice and scenic too. It's like da-da-da.
Good.
As long as we're in the right lane, or actually right now we're in the next to right lane doing 60, so we're not even going that fast right now. Just kind of do-do-do.
Yeah, well.
Although she did say last week that if she's really, really, really freaked out, she's going to get off at the Vista Point up ahead.
Oh, really?
So that'll be the sign.
Oh, all right. Then you'd be riding her bike and she'd be driving your car shift. She was ahead
Well,
driving shift.
yeah, and like I said, I can't ride that bike. You know, I'd be calling a buddy saying, help!
I need someone to give us a lift. Oh.
Well, Dave rides. He had a Ducati, so.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Oh.
But we'll see.
Yep. How far to the overlook, whatever?
Good question. I know it's just before my exit, and the exit's just a few, because it's got to be coming up. It's got to be within the next mile or two.
Oh, it's right before your exit?
Yeah, as you come down or up 280.
Oh, well.
There's a Vista Point about a mile or two before the 92 exit.
Oh. I thought it was a couple of miles away. If it's a mile away. Well, she looks like she's doing okay. She probably won't stop, so.
Yeah.
It's a little nerve-wracking here.
Hey, you're getting the play-by-play color commentary.
I know. Like, oh no, is this on the dash cam too? Do I get to replay it?
Yeah. We can have video highlights.
Great. Great. Not that you can put that in the car, but.
Yeah, see, when I bought the Harley, I mean, I had to bring that home. I don't know if you remember when I bought the first Harley.
Not quite.
But it was, I picked up the bike at Hempstead Harley on a rainy Friday afternoon that was also St. Paddy's Day.
Really?
Yep. You want to talk about being nervous riding a bike.
Holy crap.
You know, I was like, I'm about to drive in one of the most, accident-prone roads in the county. On a rainy Friday afternoon, that's also a day when all the amateurs are out. Joy! But yeah, I mean, once we got out of there, though, I mean, I remember I stuck to taking the parkways.
Really?
I forgot how me and Jim ended up. He was following me. We ended up like Meadowbrook to something else, to the Seaford Oyster Bay Expressway. You know, and then I think I went to Beefalo's after picking up my bike. But, whenever I could take, because, when you're on the freeway, you don't have to stop, unless there's a problem.
Right.
It's basically
Right.
you just get to kind of sit, relax, learn the bike.
Yeah, you're right, so.
I mean, as long as you're paying attention to what's in front of you, basically, you don't have to worry about, do I have to stop at this stop sign? Is the light going to turn red? Can I make a left here?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're in the second to last lane. Oh.
Needs to slow down. Only a mother would say that. Needs to slow down.
Nice truck.
Not good.
Yeah. She's doing fine. I think she's looking a lot more comfortable now than she did when we first got on 280, so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys have been running for, what, 15, 20 minutes now. Excellent. So what's the NASCAR race today?
It's at Michigan. Actually, it was on my radio, but now that I'm on the phone.
Oh, you can't.
I was hoping it would at least give me the info part. You know, because the satellite radio, you get the info screen.
Yes,
You know,
you're right.
Yeah,
but,
so during a race, that'll tell you whether it's a green flag or a caution. And it'll always tell you the top 5 spots. So it's kind of handy.
Yep.
Although
You know,
Dale,
your radio doesn't show that?
well, not while I'm on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
While I'm on the phone, all I know is I'm talking to someone named Karen Totola.
Oh.
And I've been on the phone for 21 minutes, 30 seconds.
Excellent. Are you home yet?
No, we're at the deer crossing sign, though. Awesome.
Why, is that a good sign? Does that mean you're getting close?
That means deer can be crossing the road.
Hopefully not at this hour of the day.
Yeah, I think we're about 4 or 5 miles from the exit.
Oh. Okay.
It's a lovely day out here today, though.
Yeah, she was whining about getting all bundled up when it's so hot out.
Yeah, she probably is hot. I mean, because she bought a jacket, I guess, that comes with 2 zip-out liners.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope she doesn't have all the liners on, but even so.
I think she had at least one with her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And we're coming to the Vista Point.
Slowing down?
Okay, folks. We're still in the number 2 lane.
Uh-oh. All right, so
We
she's
are.
going to...
Looks like we'll be passing the Vista Point.
She's probably going, just let me get the fuck Uncle Bruce's and get off this fucking bike. Here and now. Here and now. And then that was fucking awesome. I can just imagine what she's saying. Get out of the witch butt, awesome.
Sort of like a, scary roller coaster ride.
Exactly.
While you're on it, you're going, oh, crap, why did I get on this thing?
Yeah, you get off and you go, hey, that was cool, let's do it again.
I'm toasty. I could use a soda pop. Or a cup of coffee.
Oh, man. Oh, so this is where I got getting all bit up, and I can't see any mosquitoes in the house, because this morning I had like 1 bite downstairs before. I'm like, where are these coming from? I have like 3 bites on me. I'm like, I'm in the house. What?
Yeah.
Freaking bugs.
That's one thing
I
I don't
guess
miss.
well, the guys had the doors open when they were working last week, so
Yeah.
you don't get bugs out there, do
Yeah,
you?
we don't get the biting mosquitoes, at least not where I live.
Hmm.
I guess my buddy Sean told me we go hunting, it'll get buggy out in some spots. Actually, I could have went deer hunting today, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was going up.
How long is the season out there?
Well, archery season started today. And my buddy that I'm going to be hunting with later in the year said, he can hook me up with a bow if I wanted to go. And because it's not like New York, or I would have had to get a separate archery license. My deer tag will, if I would have went with him and gotten a deer, that would have been it for me for the year.
Phone call completed.
Well, and that's a good point, because it's not like he hasn't won before, but it's more about the fact that he's winning here in the home of the manufacturers, where everybody notices it, where there's a lot of attention, where Ford really wants a win, and Joey delivering. You think it could add more to the momentum for him here in Detroit, and this win, a big win. Skies clear, no rain. Joey went for it.
I mean, it was definitely a statement day for our program, and we'll continue to build off of this. As I said before, this is really one of the first times that we've had a chance to come back to a racetrack with our notebook from before and sit down and talk about what we had, what we needed to be better, and what we needed to win. And I think we had that opportunity today. Led the most laps, sat on the pole.
You told me that you and he think so much alike. You told me this off air today, that it's almost scary, that you look at him almost like a son. So how do you feel today?
Proud of this whole Shell Pennzoil race team. They've all dug, and when we've gotten down, they've not gotten down. And that's a testament to where Joey's brought this team from a leadership standpoint. He doesn't get down, he keeps digging. Early in the race, we were off. We struggled back a little bit, got back to 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and he told us what we needed to fix. We worked on it, got ourselves back out front, did what we had to do.
You know, Todd, what really strikes me is that today, as the race was ending, the broadcast booth was saying Kevin Harvick, the closer. And Joey Logano was known at one point. They were wondering if he was a closer or not. So now you have Kevin Harvick, and you have Joey Logano, and Joey closes the deal with Kevin Harvick on his tail.
I think the kid's got a ton of potential. I'm blessed to have him here driving our race cars, and I look for a lot to come in the future.
What'd you see in the race today?
A lot of strategy. I mean, we had to play strategy. It worked out that every facet of our race team had to step up and have a perfect day to put ourselves in position. Pit crew did an awesome job. Our preparation was awesome. Driver did an awesome job. You just, it's the place is starting to grow from the repave. You saw the bottom come in today, which we hadn't seen in the past. So looking forward to what this racetrack ages into next year.
Let me add something. It's your big first win as a Cup crew chief, correct?
Yes.
What does that mean? I want to say personally, nice job.
Thank you. I don't know. It's not all sunk in yet. You know, this is the first step of where we need. This is the next step of where we needed to get. We battled our way into the top 10 at times, and we'd slide back out. And now we got to get ourselves back in the top 10.
What did Joey do that impressed you today?
Drove his butt off. I just, he is a closer. I really look at him that way, and I call him that. He's when it comes down to that last stop.
You connect phone.
Call Karen Titolo.
Would you like to call
Karen Titolo.
home, work, or mobile?
Home.
Calling
Karen Titolo.
home. Is this correct?
Yes.
Calling
Hello.
Yeah, that was actually good for AT&T to last 20 minutes.
What?
So that was actually good for AT&T to last that long.
I know. I'm thinking, how long is he talking before he realizes I'm not there?
Oh, no, I knew right away because the car thing says, phone disconnected. Or phone call disconnected, or,
Oh, it does? Well, that's good.
yeah.
Because here I couldn't tell. I'm like, holy crap.
No.
Hold
No,
on
the-
a minute.
The call time thing blanks out and it beeps and says, you're done.
All
But,
right.
we
You
successfully...
get off?
We
You off the
successfully...
highway yet?
We successfully transitioned from 280 to 92.
Okay. Turning look okay?
Yeah, a lot better doing that than getting on 92 in the first place. So, I mean, 280 in the first place. Oh, good. Slowing down. Be careful about all this merging traffic. That was good.
Excellent.
Being aware of folks getting on and off. Although I had to move over to the left lane and flash my lights to kind of tell her to, don't stay in that lane over here. But she figured out what I meant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I flashed my lights, she moved over.
All right.
Oh, here I'd normally still stay in the left lane, but being that she's a neophyte, I'll let her slide on this one.
Thank you. So where are you now? I thought you only had a couple of miles to go.
To the 280-92 interchange.
Sorry, I don't remember your road.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't take
Still got a while
101 because 101 is congested. You
Right,
know,
so maybe I'm not familiar with,
280 is the road that's kind of in the hills that goes north-south. Kind of way more scenic and you get to the same place.
mhm. You know, I don't quite remember it, so.
Da-da-da-da-da. We are now in the right lane. Where, you really need to go a little faster than this before we get off the highway there, honey. Da-da-da. We are now off the freeway.
Oh, okay. See, now you're in Foster City?
Technically, I think this is San Mateo for another...
Oh, okay.
Until we make a left and travel half a block. And voila, coming to the first traffic light since we left Santa Clara.
Oh. So I'm pretty sure she knows how to stop and
Well,
start.
that is the tricky part, you know, putting it in neutral and putting your feet down. And we're down and stopped.
Okay. You still got this on cam?
Of course! This is an epic adventure.
Ooh, it is.
This is like Homer's Odyssey.
It is, actually. How many people have their first motorcycle ride taped, filmed?
Well, you know, I told her this way, if, you know, anything happens, we can, you know, we know to blame someone else.
Nice. Nice.
You know, she's like, well, if something happens to me, you know, someone, it's like the only person that's going to end up hitting you if something happens is going to be me.
Yeah, exactly so. Great. So do they give her temporary plates or does she have real plates? Because she only got her insurance yesterday.
I did not ask, and that works weird here in California. So, yeah, I think temporary plates. Actually, she's using the plate that she was on the bike at the dealer or the shop.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh. Maybe it's dealer plate. Right, they have dealer motorcycle plates, right?
yeah. I mean, like, I was telling Pop last week about that the way they do that out here is weird.
Do the plates stay with the vehicle or do the plates
No,
belong
they
to a
don't,
person?
but it's the fact that, you know, any day you'll pass dozens of people in, like, new cars
Yeah.
with no license plates.
Really?
Because, yeah, when I bought this car, you know, I paid for it, bing, bang, boom, and drove home. You know, no plates. It still had, like, you know, the Stevens Creek Dodge plaque in the thing. And the way that works out, it's funky. It's like, you know, you have, you know, 10 days to register it and this and that and the other thing. And even so, the plate didn't come in the mail probably for another month. You
You
know,
have them in the mail?
yeah. And then people just drive around with, you know, dealer plaques, not even plates, you know. And kind of, you know, no, I mean, yeah, a little temporary sticky you stick in your front windshield, but it's kind of, it's like, wow, you know, it's,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just weird.
That it is.
We are now on Edgewater Boulevard, passing the Chevys and Lucky.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Aw. Excellent.
Yeah, at this point, she's...
Reminds her to check the gasoline, or did they fill up the tank for her?
We checked before we left, otherwise we would have had to get gas back in Santa Clara.
Oh.
And when we're out cruising around Foster City, we might have to just top it off so she knows how to fill it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might be a good idea. What kind of gas does that take?
Well, you probably want to stick premium in it because it is somewhat of a high-performance motorcycle.
Really? Great.
It's like she stalled it. Poor kid.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What are you at, traffic light?
Stop sign.
Oh.
At the stop sign, I tell people to, like, stop at, get off the car, walk around it.
Great.
The famous Foster City revenue generation stop sign.
Oh, really?
She's
Real
stopping
cop or camera?
It's a real cop sits there all the time.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And she stalled again.
Finally, and then she gets...
And now we're waiting for two people walking a dog to go through the crosswalk. Well, that's kind of why I thought riding down the freeway for a while would be nicer, because you didn't have to worry about stopping and constantly...
Yeah, stop restarting, yeah. That's a pain.
Gives the bike a nice charge, too, because you don't know if the bike's been sitting, one too many stalls, and all of a sudden your battery is kaputsky from trying to start it.
Ah.
And here we are at the entrance to the wonderful Schooner Bay.
Alright, well, she made it. Alright.
She stopped at a stop sign that no one ever stops at.
She's not dumb.
And stalled again. And stalled again.
Not giving it enough gas, eh?
I don't know. I think it's because she had, when you come into the thing, you gotta make that quick right-left.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably, she didn't want to go too fast.
Right.
I hope she parks next to my bike and not in my driveway.
Don't count on it.
Yeah, no, she parked in my driveway.
Oh, where the car goes?
Yeah, well, I took my bike out and parked it next to me because I knew there'd be no parking spaces.
Yeah, well, you can tell them about the bike. I'm gonna lose you, right? I'm in the car, right?
Oh, yeah, you're in the car. Well, sis, let me go and fix this parking problem.
Okay.
Later.
Talk
Bye.
to you soon. Bye.
Phone call completed.
No, for sure, and they're trying to find the